Hey everybody, this is Kevin from Klotz Productions, and this is Game 2 of the finals, which is Vampires vs. Jun. Duke started on the play and cast a Sign in Blood on himself on turn 2 to draw 2 cards. Scott followed it up with a Putrid Leech on his turn. Duke cast a Vampire Nighthawk on his turn. Then on Scott's turn, he played a Borderland Ranger and searched up a forest. He then attacked with his Putrid Leech, which Duke blocked with his Nighthawk to gain 2 life. Scott pumped his Leech so that it would kill both of the creatures. Duke cast a Duress on his turn, revealing a Bituminous Blast, a Swamp, a Forest, a Dragon Skull Summit, a Broodmate Dragon, and a Bloodbraid Elf in Scott's hand. He chose to get rid of the Bituminous Blast. He then cast a Grim Discovery to get back his land and his Vampire Nighthawk. On Scott's turn, he cast a Bloodbraid Elf, which cascaded into a Terminate, which he did not cast. He then swung for 5 with his 2 dudes. Duke sacked 2 Verdant Catacombs on his turn, then cast a Mind Sludge for 5 to get rid of Scott's hand. On Scott's turn, he laid down an Oran Reef the Vastwood, and then swung for 5 with his team. Duke cast a Tendrils of Corruption for 6 to kill Scott's Bloodbraid Elf. He then cast a Sign in Blood on himself to draw 2 cards. Scott cast a Putrid Leech and then used his Oran Reef to pump it. He then attacked for 2 damage with his Ranger. On Duke's next turn, he simply cast a Vampire Nighthawk. Scott attacked with his Putrid Leech, which Duke traded for with his Nighthawk and gained 2 life. Scott then passed the turn. Duke played a Duress, revealing a Broodmate Dragon in Scott's hand. He then played a Malachor Blood Witch before ending the turn. Scott then drew his 6th land and cast his Broodmate Dragon. Duke attacked with his Blood Witch, which Scott double blocked with his 2 dragons. Duke decided to kill the token and then cast a Vampire Nighthawk to finish his turn. Scott attacked with his Ranger and his Dragon. Duke decided to block the Ranger with his Nighthawk, and then Scott responded by casting a Jun Charm to kill the Nighthawk and the Ranger, and get in there for 4 with the Dragon. On Duke's turn, he simply cast a Bloodghast and then passed his turn. On Scott's turn, he simply swung for 4 more with his Dragon. Duke attacked with his Bloodghast and then kicked a Gatekeeper to get rid of Scott's Dragon. Scott played a Thronax and pumped it with his Oran Reef and then passed his turn. Duke had no plays on his turn, and then Scott attacked with his Thronax, which Duke chump blocked with his Gatekeeper. Duke played a Duress, revealing a Rootbound Crag in Scott's hand, and then attacked for 2 with his Bloodghast. Scott simply swung with his Thronax again and then passed the turn. Duke attacked with his Bloodghast for 2, and then used a Death Mark on Scott's Thronax. Scott then used his Oran Reef to pump his 3 1/1s to 2 2s when they came into play, and then Duke decided that he didn't have any answers and scooped.